Hey everyone, so I'm sitting here earlier having my morning coffee and scrolling through YouTube, and this track pops up in my feed. Haven't heard this one in a while, I thought, so I pulled it up and gave it a listen. I had my guitar in my lap as per usual and started fiddling around with the solo just for fun. A couple of minutes later I had it under my belt, so I figured, let's do a tutorial for this one and add a bit more content to the old channel. So here we are, going to show you guys how to play this great classic solo to No One Like You by Matthias and the Scorpions. So let's close in here a little bit first and we'll get started. Alright, so we are in standard tuning with this one, and we're working in the key of A minor, and we're working mostly in the A minor pentatonic with a couple of outside notes here and there and a few chromatics as well. But solo starts like this. That's the first half of the solo. So it starts with like 12, I think, bends at the 7th fret of the G string. You just leave it up there. Get it up there. And gradually bring it back down to the natural note. I don't know how many times you hit it, 12 maybe? And when you get it down to the natural note, pull it off to 5, and then 7 to 5 again. And then you're going to grab 8 of the B string and give it a nice big full step bend, and halfway through the bend you're going to add a little vibrato to it. So that's the opening lick. And then we're into this. So this is a pre-bend. At the 10th fret of the B string, it's a 1.5 step pre-bend. And you're going to release it. And then you're going to go back to 8, and then you're going to grab 9 of the G string, and then you're going to grab the natural note at 10 very quickly. And then you're going to grab 8 of the high E. And you're going to let that note hold for a bit, and then you're going to start bending it with your index finger, like a little half-step bend. Alright, now we're into a little scale run after that section there. It goes something like this. So that starts with a full step bend at the 7th fret of the G. And then you're going to ride down the 5s of the B and the high E. And then pull off 8 to 5 of the B. And then you're going to get that little blue note involved here at the 8th fret of the G string, and you're going to pull it off to 7, pull it off to 5. And then grab 7 of the D. And then you're going to pull off from 7 to 5 of the G and then the D as well, and then you're going to grab 7 of the A. Kind of like that. And then we're back down to the D. So you're going to pull off 7 to 5, and then you're going to chromatically go 7, 6, 5, 3 of the A. And when you get to that 3rd note, 3rd fret of the A string, nice full step bend, and slowly release it. Slowly. And that is the first half of the solo. So let's run through the first half at a slow speed, and then we'll dig into the second half. then we're way up here at the 20th fret of the B string. So we're giving that a full step bend with some vibrato to it. And then we're going to grab 17, 19 of the high E, and then we're going to give a half step bend to the 19. And then back to the natural note at 19, and then back to 17. And then back up to 20 of the B, and back down to 17 of the high E. And then we're way up to the 22nd fret for a nice big full step bend. And there's also a harmony part to that section if you want to play along with a friend, and it goes something like this. So we're bending, 19 of the high E with a nice big full step bend. And then we're skipping strings, jumping up to the G. 17 to 19, and then a full step bend of 19. Back to the natural note at 19. And then 17, 16, 17, and that's the harmony. And finally back to the 19th fret of the high E for one more full step bend. And that's the harmony. And then the next part, so this is a little bit tricky. We're sliding into the 19th fret of the G string, and we're giving it a bend as we're sliding into it. And then riding down the 17s of the B and the high E. And then you're grabbing 20 of the B string and giving it a full step bend. And then you're going to start riding that for like 6 times. Bend, grab the 17 of the high E. And after like 6 times, I think, then you're gonna grab the 20th of the high E. And that's a little tricky at speed. Bending the 20th fret of the high E, pulling off to 19, and then a bend at 20 of the B, back to 19. And you're going to do that twice. That's a little quick at speed. And then we're going to grab the 20th fret of the B string and give that a full step bend. And again, like we did at the very start of the solo, you're going to start releasing that as you're picking it. And then we're into that classic little blues lick there, right here on the 19th fret of the G string and the 17th and 20th of the B. You know, bending the 19 of the G and then hammering on, pulling off 17 to 20. And I think you do it 4 times. And I think you give that one final bend at 20 after 4 times. And then there's a scale run, descending scale run. And that starts on the 17th fret of the high E. And it goes right up the pentatonic, except we start getting chromatic on the G string. So 17 up to 20, back to 17 of the B. And now we start getting chromatic. 20, 19, 20, 19, 18, 17 of the G, and then 19, 18, 17 of the D, 19, 18, 17 of the A, back it up to 15, grab 17 of the low E, and then back to 15 of the A for a nice index full step bend. Kind of like that. So at full speed, kind of like that. So let's run through the second half of the solo because now we're done. So where are we? And that, my friends, is how you play the solo to No One Like You by Matthias and the Scorpions. I hope that helped you out. Good luck with it. A lot of fun to play that one. And just a great classic solo. And we'll see you next time. Hope you're well in your little guitar corner of the world. And drop me a subscribe or hit that notification bell if you haven't done that already. And we will see you next time. Cheers.